Hey, there's no need to adjust your device. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. It is a gorgeous day here. You know, when there's weather like this, I totally get why people retire here. No fooling, it's perfect. So, High Desert Sauce Company is a great sauce company. Zach Perkins, he's a good dude. He's a friend of mine. It's pretty cool. And Brian Ambs, another good dude, another friend of mine. Brian and I have a pretty cool relationship. He and I started our channels almost at the same time. We've been kind of like paralleling each other along as we grew. And he's a wonderful dude. And this is Zach's Ghost of Saffron from High Desert Sauce Company. It's a collab with Brian Ambs and Zach from High Desert. I'm going to read the ingredients to you. So bear with me. Give me just a second. All right, so the ingredients, people. We have fire roasted tomato, which is dried tomato, tomato juice, sea salt, and citric acid. Cider vinegar, distilled vinegar, carrot, garlic, which is roasted garlic and fresh garlic, onion, pepper mash, which is vinegar, Scotch bonnet pepper, and ghost pepper, pure avocado oil. Well, I'll talk about that in just a second. Kosher salt, agave nectar, lime juice, smoked paprika, cumin, Mexican oregano, and saffron. A couple things I'm going to talk about in this right now. Number one is the avocado oil. We were experimenting. Actually, I did. Before I goes, why don't you jump in the kitchen, see if you can make something. And I wanted to make a sauce with avocado oil because it's just a really cool ingredient and it looks great on a label. It's kind of like black garlic. It looks, or saffron. Good example. And Zach's a genius. He got it right. I made a sauce. I made this sauce. It was actually very, very good the day I made it. I was stoked. We put it in the fridge for the night, went home for the night. I was like fired up. And the next day we were like, we got to see how it tastes the following day because I'll tell you something. Things get weird the day after. It happens a lot. So we made this sauce, and the next day we came in, and it was just awful. I put too much oil in it, separated. It was just terrible, but he does it right. The other thing I want to talk about is saffron. Saffron is one of the most, if it's not the most, it's one of the most expensive spices. There's no way to mechanically process it. It has to be done by hand, and like tweezers to pull out. It's insane. But saffron's in here. It's pretty cool. So what are you doing today, huh? Got anything planned? It's Saturday. I got a bunch of stuff I need to do today. Well, that label didn't want to give up, huh? Did you see that? It was like hanging in there, making me work for it. It's a beautiful colored sauce. I don't know if you can pick it up. There's a lot of stuff going on in there. It's very, very pretty. All right. So, there's a reason Zach's one of my favorite sauce makers. He really is. There are people that just throw sauce in a bottle and call it a day, but then there are people that really create. And I'm not denigrating anybody who does it differently, but Zach is just, guy's an artist. Some will use a canvas, right? And have a palette of paint and stuff, but some people don't. Some people put it in bottles, but he's an artist, no question about it. Now, I'll be really honest, I don't know what saffron smells like. Not enough to say, oh, wow, I can smell the saffron in here. And anytime I've been saying this for a long time, but if you have a sauce and because if you're like me, you know what you do? As you're reading the ingredients, nobody just gets a bottle of sauce and drinks it or eats it. Nobody does that. So you always read the ingredients, probably before you buy it. So if you're like me, when you read the ingredients, you're reading them and you're imagining, you're processing what you think it's going to taste like. You're like, oh, okay, you're kind of going through it in your head. And if there is an ingredient that you don't taste, trust and believe that if they removed that ingredient from the ingredient list, from the recipe, it's not going to taste the same. It's almost like if there's an insect that you don't like, if we just eradicated it, there's something that eats that insect that's going to be altered because of that. So everything affects everything else. Kind of a weird analogy. But anyway, here's the pour, people. The aroma is complex as can be. I've said that since the first time I tried this sauce. It's got a very complex aroma. And what I mean by that is every time you smell it, you're going to pick up little nuances and subtleties that you didn't get the first time. It really is neat. That one hand got it down to a science. All right, so this is from High Desert Sauce Company. My friend Zach. It's a collab with Brian Ambs, Ghost of Saffron. I am Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. It's a beautiful sauce with wonderful flavor. Complex as can be. If you think that the aroma's complex, taste it. There's so much going on, but it's a beautiful flavor. It makes me want to go get some saffron and smell it and taste it by itself so I can find it in the flavor of this sauce, but this is just beautiful. It's a versatile sauce. You can put on just about anything. The heat on it, now it's Ghost, all right? So in the chili head world, it's not so bad. But if you're not a chili head, it's going to be a very hot sauce. So if you're somebody who doesn't really enjoy hot sauce or just you don't play with it much, you know, this will be like really hot, probably an 8 or above. If you're not a chili head, it's going to be hot. But if you're a chili head, it's maybe a 6, 5 or 6. The flavor is just beautiful. I mean, it really is. I didn't read this to you. They say it's a medium heat rating. Listen to this. My first truly wonderful taco. This is Brian Ambs speaking, by the way. My first truly wonderful taco was an experience I've never forgotten, and this sauce is very reminiscent of that. However, this sauce is so much more than just a taco sauce. Ghost of Saffron combines all my favorite aspects of an incredible hot sauce into one insane flavor bomb. The combination of Scotch bonnets and Ghost, 2 great peppers, lead to a very complex and satisfying burn, while avocado oil brings a luxurious mouthfeel to the sauce. That's true. That's what avocado does. Roasted garlic and onion combined with toasted cumin seed and just a whisper of saffron to create a sauce that I never thought could be achieved. You did it, Zach. Thank you so much, Brian Ambs. It's a lovely sauce. And here's the thing. I think it's almost shortchanging it to call it a taco sauce, because to me, when I taste it, I don't think, oh, taco sauce. It's got such a rich, complex flavor. I think it, you know what I mean? I think it's, it's so much more than that. Anyway, that's the sauce. It's beautiful. I got a top 10 list for you. In fact, I got 2 top 10 lists. I'm not sure which one to give you. We could do top 10 best ice cream flavors, or the top 10 things you can do on a computer or on the internet. What do you think? Computer? Okay. Let's do that. I'm inclined to agree. That is number 10. Okay, the last thing you can do on the internet, number 10, is be on this website. What they mean is top 10 list, because that's where I get these from. But that's what they say, be on for number 10. All right. Number 9, use Facebook. I don't like Facebook. I don't like social media. I don't. It's literally the opposite of the world I grew up in. The world I grew up in, if you had a beef with somebody, you just walked up and said, hey, I got a beef with you, and you handled it. We're in a weird world right now. So I'm not a fan of Facebook at all. I'm sorry if you are, but I just don't dig it. In fact, I don't really like Instagram. I still have a presence on Instagram, and I still have my account's still on Facebook, but I haven't been on Facebook. I don't even know how long it's been. It's been a long time. I just don't like it. It's weird. That was number 8. That was number 9. Excuse me. Number 8 is download stuff. Shelby Cobra says, my favorite thing to download are viruses. Ha ha ha. I love downloading stuff. I get restless when I don't have anything to download. I don't know. I'm reluctant to download anything because something bad happens. Seriously, I'm not a big fan of downloading stuff. Number 7, come here. I don't mean to chase tea, I mean YouTube. If you're bored, YouTube is the perfect site to visit and watch videos. You couldn't imagine the quality and quantity of videos on this site. There are some great stats about YouTube. I'll do that one of these days. Number 6 is chat. You can chat with people. Do you ever do that? You ever been in a chat room? I've never been in a chat room, ever. Although I guess Facebook is a big giant chat room, right? All of them are kind of. But you know, I don't know. Never been my thing. Number 5, watch movies or videos. That's a big thing. That's what I do. Wow, you know, I'm a content creator and all. Makes sense. Number 4, you can throw it out the window. Oh my goodness. How did I not think of this? Have you ever broken a laptop, like an old one, and smashed it? It's quite satisfying. Excuse me. Number 3, listen to music. It's always good. Listen to music. Number 2, surf the net and play games. Always a pleasure. Sounds like a good idea to do, right? And the number 1 thing that you can do on the internet is watch Chase the Heat videos. Right here. I made that one up, but I didn't think you'd mind. Hey, thank you for hanging out with me today. It's going to be a beautiful day. Do something special with it. Tell someone you love them. Be kind. Life's too short. There's no reason to be any other way but kind. We don't feel good when we're anything but kind, right? If you do feel good about being something other than kind, you probably ought to talk to somebody about that. Hey, in the description box, you're going to see a link for HDSC, High Desert Sauce Co. Zach Perkins, please check it out. Tell him I sent you. And try this bottle of sauce out. The Ghost of Saffron. It's really a great sauce. You'll see that in the description box. Right here, you're going to see my son, Johnny Scoville Jr., and the Lifeboat. Lifeboat's a great channel. If you're trying to live on purpose and you're trying to put past trauma and an addiction into the rearview mirror and live forward instead of living backwards, check it out. Up on top, you're going to see it's called Pepperology. It's geared towards brand new chili heads and the most gut-churning challenges I've ever done in my career. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this was Chase the Heat.